So 2 weeks ago, I made a video pretty much talking about how Will Smith slapped Chris Rock in the face and how there should have been consequences for Will Smith's actions. And I kind of expressed my feelings about how Chris Rock and Will Smith were both acting stupid. But honestly, I would have to say, hey, that this is still pretty bad in a way. I mean, Chris Rock did insult Will Smith's wife, which I mean, I don't understand why you have to do that. I really don't. And we also had Will Smith slap Chris Rock in the face, which personally is not the right answer. I mean, seriously, the man committed an assault in front of everyone on live national television on stage. I mean, Will Smith intentionally did that out of his own percussions or out of his own will. He intentionally did that and caused a scene. And now we finally have some answers, everyone. Will Smith is finally going to face the his punishment for the Oscars. And now apparently this is a bigger ban than I thought this would be. Personally, I do not think a 10-year suspension is the right move. I feel like maybe a 5-year suspension at most from the Oscars is probably a better idea, but honestly, I'm not part of the Academy. I am not part of the Oscars. I wouldn't know this stuff. Now, I do have this article I do want to read for you guys. I do have it up on my phone. And if you guys want to read the article for yourself, I will leave the link of this article in the description so you guys can go check it out for yourselves. So, I found this article on variety.com. I'm going to read it to you and then I'll give my thoughts and opinions on this after. So, again, if you want to read the article for yourself, I will leave the link in the description down below. So I'm going to read it to you guys and give my thoughts and opinions on it. So, the board of the government for the Academy of the Most Pictured Arts and Sciences meet Friday morning to discuss the consequences for actor Will Smith following his slap of the President Chris Rock during the 94th Oscar telecast and voted to ban Smith from all Academy events, including the Oscars, for 10 years. Okay, so pretty much what this is saying here from this article is Will Smith is banned from all Oscar events, and pretty much what is happening is he's not going to be allowed to attend to any more Oscars for the next decade. So, for those of you who don't know what a decade is like 10 years long. But like I said earlier, personally, I think 10-year suspension is not really the best course of action here. I feel like a 5-year suspension would have been fine, but dude, 10 years is ridiculous. That's like just enough to like destroy your own career. And honestly, I feel like Will Smith actually kind of done that. I mean, if he just got up on stage and yelled at Chris Rock saying, "Hey, that's not cool. You don't do that because number 1, it's wrong, and number 2, you just don't insult other people. That's not nice." Personally, I don't think that would be a right answer either, but I feel like that would be a far better solution than it is than just slapping people. But then again, maybe I'm wrong and I'm just not understanding this fully. So anyway, I'm gonna go back to the article at hand for you guys. So Will Smith, who resigned from the Academy last week, replied soon in a statement saying, "I accept and respect the Academy's decision. Here's the statement." And the statement here says, "The 94 Oscars were meant to be a celebration of many individuals in our community who did incredible work in this past year. However, those moments were overshadowed by unacceptable and harmful behavior we saw Mr. Smith exhibit on stage." Yeah, because, everybody's always trying to do something to impress themselves. And guess what? Will Smith did the exact opposite. And guess what happened? He got himself punished and he got a 10-year suspension out of it because all he had to do was act like a man and try to slap people in front of a live audience. Because, the Academy is supposed to be for mature people and supposed to be for like it's supposed to be like this giant event where everyone that's mature, everyone who works hard gets to go to the academy and get awarded for their efforts. But the sad truth is, what Will Smith did was the exact opposite. And what he did was, I mean, I already said it, but the man literally committed assault in front of a live audience. I know I said this in my previous video, but again, you just don't go up on stage and slap people. You just don't do that. That is not the right course of action here. And Will Smith is paying the consequences for this. I mean, yes, his wife was mad and upset about it, but I would rather have her be mad at me rather than going up on stage and embarrassing myself by slapping people. I would rather have a serious discussion at my home, talking with my wife about this incident, rather than publicly embarrassing and trying to destroy my own career by slapping people on stage in front of a live audience. Does that sound like the right choice to you? Or am I just not understanding this? Maybe I'm wrong and this is probably the right answer, but I think it's safe to say that this is not the right answer. I mean, let's be real honest here. What Will Smith did was clearly the wrong choice. And does anyone else think that this was the right course of action? No, of course not. I mean, let's be real honest here for a second. I mean, there's a lot of memes going around about Will Smith online, but guess what? The man did that to himself, and he embarrassed himself. So now he's suffering the consequences for this. Do I think a 10-year suspension is the right choice? Not really. I feel like a 5-year suspension would probably be more acceptable at most. But 10 years? That's absolutely ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. I don't know, man. Like at the end of the day, you just don't go around trying to act tougher than everyone, because that's all this was here. And if I have to give my honest opinion on this whole thing, this could have been easily avoided. And Will Smith could have gone back to resuming his career. But right now, his career's actually been put on hold because all of his production and all his films and movies, they're put on hold. Like, he can't continue his career right now because of his incident. Now, from what people are saying online, apparently he can continue to work on his movies and stuff, but he just won't be able to attend to any Oscars or any big boy events like the Academy and such, for example. So, personally, I think that's okay, but at the same time, it's kind of concerning because as long as you can still work on your job, I mean, that's great and all, but if your production for working on a movie's been put on hold for this kind of behavior, then yeah, there's gonna be some repercussions here, and Will Smith is gonna pay the price for it. But I don't know, man. At the end of the day, it's just a bunch of nonsense that did not need to happen. So, with that being said, thank you guys all for listening. Let me know what you guys think down below. I thought I'd give you all an update on what's happened. And like I said already, this is just nonsense that should have not happened. And it could have easily been avoided. And it's kind of sad that it's gotten to this point in society where people have to slap other people in front of a live audience just to prove and defend themselves. It's kind of sad that it's gotten to this point, but we're here. So, with that being said, thank you guys all for listening. Let me know what you all think down below. And until next time, you guys, I'm not publicly humiliating myself in front of a live audience like Will Smith. And I'll see you all later.